The ocean is a world of profound mystery. It is a realm of darkness and immense pressure, a place where life is beautiful and bizarre. For centuries, we've looked to its depths and wondered what secrets it holds. From those wonders, legends are born. One such legend is a ghost, a colossal shark from prehistory, supposedly still patrolling the abyss. This is the tale of the Megalodon, resurrected in our collective imagination. But we must begin with fact, not fantasy. The story you've been told, mockumentaries and thrilling tales, is not the whole truth. The narrative is compelling. A 50-foot shark that dwarfed the great white, could it have slipped through extinction's net? It suggests our planet holds gigantic secrets, that we're not the masters we think we are. It taps a primal fear, a respect for raw, untamable nature. It makes oceans feel wilder, more dangerous, and infinitely more exciting. To comprehend the legend, we must first meet the animal. Otodus Megalodon was not merely a large shark. It was an apex predator on a scale our modern world has never witnessed. It lived roughly 23 million years ago to about 3.6 million years ago, dominating the oceans during the Miocene epoch and the Pliocene epoch. This was a true titan. Its name, Megalodon, means big tooth. Its teeth were serrated. They were triangular blades of enamel. Some reached over 7 inches in length. These were not just teeth for slicing. They were tools of immense power. So if this creature was so successful, so dominant, where did it go? The evidence for its extinction is written in the geological record with stark finality. The most compelling proof lies in the very fossils that tell us it existed. Megalodon teeth are abundant in rock layers up to a certain point, and then, around 3.6 million years ago, they simply vanish. Not a gradual petering out, a clear and distinct boundary in the fossil record. If Megalodon were alive today, we'd expect more recent teeth. Yet, in over 150 years of deep-sea dredging and paleontological research, not a single tooth younger than the Pliocene epoch has ever been found. Let us, for a moment, indulge the fantasy. What if a small, isolated population of Megalodon did manage to survive, hidden away in some unexplored corner of our vast oceans? What would this creature look like, and how would it behave in our modern world? It would, by necessity, be a very different animal from its ancestors. To survive, it would have had to adapt to the colder, deeper waters of the abyss. As the warm coastal shelves it once ruled are now heavily populated by humans, and patrolled by more efficient competitors like the great white shark, this hypothetical modern megalodon would be a creature of the deep, dark sea. Its appearance would likely have evolved to suit this new, lightless environment. We might imagine its skin losing some of its warm water camouflage, perhaps becoming paler, or even translucent. Its eyes might have become enormous, or they might have atrophied entirely, relying instead on other senses. Part of the megalodon's enduring appeal is its sheer, almost unbelievable size. For decades, popular culture has often depicted it as reaching lengths of 100 feet or more, a leviathan of truly mythical proportions. But what does the science say? How big could this animal have realistically grown? By carefully studying the relationship between tooth-size jaw width, body length. While there is still some debate, the scientific consensus points to a creature that was undeniably enormous, but perhaps not quite as large as the most extreme fictional portrayals would have us believe. The most widely accepted modern estimates suggest the average adult megalodon was likely between 34 and 50 feet long. However, exceptionally large individuals could have reached around 65 feet. To put that into perspective, roughly the length of a standard bowling lane, 3 great white sharks lined up end-to-end, its weight could have been over 50 tons. If the scientific evidence against Megalodon's survival is so overwhelming, why does the myth not only persist but thrive in the 21st century? The answer lies less in biology and more in human psychology. We are, by our very nature, drawn to mystery. The ocean represents the last great untamed frontier on our own planet. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the deepest parts of our seas. This vast, dark, and largely unexplored space provides the perfect canvas for our imagination to paint monsters. The megalodon myth fills a void, offering a tangible identity for the unknown terrors we imagine lurking in the deep. The rise of the internet and digital media has acted as a powerful accelerant for this legend. Faked photographs, edited videos, and sensationalized articles can be created and shared with millions in an instant, often presented with a veneer of authenticity. The final verdict of science is clear. The reign of Otodus Megalodon ended millions of years ago. Its departure was dictated by the cooling of the planet and the shifting tides of evolution. The colossal predator that once ruled the ancient seas does not swim in our oceans today. It is a ghost, a phantom conjured by our fascination with the unknown and our love for a good story. The search for a living megalodon is a hunt for a creature of fiction, a distraction from the real wonders that our oceans hold and the real threats they face. Yet the end of its life does not mean the end of its story. The legacy of Megalodon is not one of a monster lurking in the dark, but of a magnificent animal that demonstrates the sheer power and scale life can achieve. It shows how even the most dominant creature can be brought to its knees by climate change, a lesson that carries a powerful, resonant warning for our own time. To hold a megalodon tooth in your hand is to hold geological time. It is a physical connection to a world that is almost unimaginable sunlit primordial seas. This is the true magic of Megalodon. It doesn't need to be alive to be awe-inspiring. So when we look out at the vast blue expanse of the ocean, we need not imagine a megalodon lurking in its depths to feel wonder. The megalodon is gone, but its presence is still felt. It lives on in the fossil record, in our museums, and in the enduring power of its story. A story not of a monster that might be, but of a titan that truly was.